final entrepreneur is Cyril from LYDIA.
Thank you. It's a privilege to be here tonight. Okay, at LYDIA, we very often invited to speak at conferences about how fintech is trying to disrupt the banking industry and how we're going to kill banks and make them suffer and die. Well, guess what? The whole story of LYDIA is not about fighting the banks. Okay, we don't fight the banks. We love our bank. You know what? We work with credit card. When you pay with LYDIA, you pay with your credit card. We rely on the banking system, on the credit card system that is owned and run by the banks. So yes, we're not here to kill the bank. We're not here to disrupt the banking system. We just make things simpler for the users. Okay? Well, we don't want to disrupt the bank. We don't want to disrupt the technology as well. Honestly, we don't care about the technology. You know, in France, we've had a long battle about which technology is the best for mobile payment. Should it be NFC or QR code or Bluetooth Low Energy? Well, funny enough, I didn't hear any of these names tonight, which is good news. Things are changing. You know, we're getting more and more on the right track. We're not talking about technology. The answer is, we don't care. There is no better technology than the other. Look at Kenya, what's happening there. It's incredible. Kenya, people are unbanked. They have feature phone. 30% of the country industrial product is going through mobile phone. 95% of Kenyan adults are using mobile money. And that's M-Pesa. And that's really what made us wanted to do mobile payment company, is understanding that if Japanese people do it, if Kenyan people do it, and with a different technology, with a different scheme, it's not that we in France or in Europe or in the US are, you know, more stupid or less geek than these guys. They're not geek. You know, they just have problems that need to be solved. And guess what? We do have problems in France that need to be solved. Of course, you know, when the first presentation was made by Hugo, we said, you know, people have problem exchanging money with each other. That's true. If I, you know, put my credit card in your pocket, it doesn't matter how long I leave it in your pocket, you're not going to get my cash. It's not that I don't want to give it to you. It's not that you don't want my money. Maybe I owe you money, actually. Well, you're just not in capacity of accepting credit card. And that goes for 1.5 million professional as well. We talk about the credit card. It's fantastic, the best payment method in the world. I mean, not in the world, in our situation here, because we're bank people. Okay, the problem is the acceptance of credit card is a nightmare. And that's why there is only 800,000 accepting point of credit card. And we're 65 million French people that don't accept credit card as individual. And there's 1.5 million professionals that don't accept credit card at all. Doctors, cabs, you know, home services, all kind of activity that, you know, don't accept credit card. The whole thing about LYDIA is really not to replace my credit card, is to make me in a position where I can use my credit card for everything. Because the whole thing is really not about bringing new technology. It's about how do I have access to my money and use it the way I want to use it. If I want to, you know, pay back a friend, that's cool. If I want to pay for a cab, that's cool. And if I want to pay at a retail store, that's cool. I want to pay on the website, that's cool as well. It's my money. And it's not about which technology. It's about how very easily I'm able to use my money for my life situation. And my life situation is the 360-degree situation. Sometimes I do repay friends, but sometimes I go in store, and sometimes I go, you know, in a cab, or I pay on the internet. Guess what? It's really funny. In France, we think that, and not only in France, in developed countries mostly, we believe that people want so much to pay with their mobile that they should suffer. They should have an application to pay at Starbucks, an application to pay for the parking time. They should have an application to pay for, you know, this restaurant, and they also should have an application to send money to their friend. They should, of course, have an application. Okay, that's ridiculous. It's not going to happen. people need more simplicity. That the whole point of the cloud mobile revolution is making life simpler, accessing things everywhere, anytime. It doesn't matter. That's why iTunes killed Virgin and Fnac. It's because you were able to access music from anywhere at any time. And what we want to do here with mobile is to make you in a capacity of accessing your money from anywhere at any time and to do whatever you want with it. When you go to an ATM, this ATM never asks you what you're going to do with this money. Why is it that because you're going to pay with your mobile, it's going to be so difficult, and you should have to think beforehand which kind of payment you're going to make with your money, and you're going to prepay and preload some money somewhere for the parking, and preload some money for repaying a friend, and preload some money for, it's not going to happen. So what LYDIA is about is really through the credit card, which is nothing but a pipe to my account, and that means to my money, a way for me to have access to my money. No matter what I want to do, if I want to pay someone, I want to receive money, I can do that with a simple app that I can download on the store, and in 2 minutes, no matter whether I'm an individual or I'm a shop owner or I'm a large retailer, in 2 minutes, I'm able to pay and receive money with a phone. And that's all I need, a phone and LYDIA app. That's it, thank you.
Okay, do we have any questions for Cyril?
So I have a question about the fees, because when you use a credit card, I guess there are some fees.
Indeed.
Okay. So why would I accept to?
Good guess.
Why would I accept to pay some fees for a payment that I could make for free? For instance, to pay back a friend. Do I have to support some fees?
You should not, and LYDIA is absolutely free for individuals.
It seems to me, once again, you need to convince people that your system is going to be better than the others, so that you have a sort of, you're a gateway. To me, simplicity is one gateway. I don't want
That's correct.
many apps. Okay, what's the game, or how are you going to convince people that you are better than your neighbor payment app?
Well, the first thing is, funny enough, I haven't found a single app or mobile payment solution on the planet that allows you to, at the same time, repay a friend, pay a cab, pay in a store, and pay on the web. I don't know of any. Maybe you do, I don't. So that's the first thing, simplicity, one app for everything. The second thing is really about why should I, as LYDIA, convince every single one of you to use my app? Well, really, I don't have to do that. I have to give you a tool that is so simple to use, so cheap, and so in line with your problems, with your needs, that when you're going to use it, you're going to recommend it to your friends. And you know what? LYDIA is a small company. We've raised nice round of money recently. That's cool. But at the end of the day, I don't have the power of the banks. I don't have the power of PayPal to do all that marketing stuff. What I have to do is put in your hands the best tool in the world for you to move money around, and that's for free. And that's why you're going to use it. You're going to use it because it makes your life simpler. Now, guess what? We've convinced quite a lot of people to use it. That's almost 80,000 people using LYDIA on a daily basis. 18 to 30 years old people on campuses. But that's how we started. We're now present in over 100 campuses in France. The only thing is, these people, they need to move money around. They need to pay at the cafeteria. They need to pay at the student board. They need to pay between each other. They have all kind of situation where money is an issue. Moving money is an issue. With that kind of people, they're using the application not once, not twice, maybe 3 times or 4 times a day, because they go get a Coke at the cafeteria. And that have been helping these merchants increase their sales sometimes by 30%. These numbers are so incredible that we took, of course, large retailers to watch what's happening there. And we just, in December, announced that La Pataterie, which is a 210 restaurant chain has decided to accept LYDIA payment. In the coming weeks, we're going to announce 5 more large retailers, larger than that, because they're convinced that, smoothless payment, easy checkout situation make their business better, and it does. We have a number for that. Not that I can share with you tonight because they're confidential number that belong to the retailers, but enough so they move quite fast on that hand.
Yeah, just to go back on the first question, because actually there was a rebound, I guess. So if it's free for the end users, us, what's your business model? What do you make money? I think you gave us a guess.
Yeah, we're a charity business. No, we're not. Of course, we make money on merchants, but the way we do it is, again, the question is really, what do I pay for? And transaction, processing credit card is not something that French retailers are really willing to pay a lot of money for. That's why we have a very aggressive commission rate, which is 0.3%. That's what any of our merchants, no matter if it's a small bagel shop or a large retailer, will pay 0.3%. That's 3 per 1,000, okay? Now, of course, we give them all kind of good tools to make their business better. So they have to pay to have access to that tool. So we have a monthly plan that, of course, varies whether you're a cab driver or whether you're a supermarket chain, but it starts at 4.9 euro per month for a cab driver to use LYDIA. So it's really less than a sandwich.
How fast does it take to process a payment between the moment that you decide to pay, the moment the other end receives the money?
Have you downloaded the application?
Yes.
Come with me.
Not right now. I mean, I'm not have it right now.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, download it and then come to me.
Okay.
I'm looking at the possibility to download your application on Google Play Store. And I see the identity is necessary, but why contact? Position okay. Photo, multimedia files, why? Camera, why? Okay.
All this is, of course, an excellent question, and the reason why we ask you all this is because we want to make your life simpler. No, I'm going to explain and justify every single one of them. The reason why we're asking you to have access to your contacts is because more than likely when you want to send money back to a friend, this friend is in your contact list, okay? So you have 2 options, whether you retype the phone number or the mail address of your contact, whether you just click a new contact list, you get to that contact and you send money to that contact. That's for the contact. Now you're asking about the camera, right? The camera is something we use for a very simple feature, which is called KYC. Hugo told it, the best way for us to get your identification document is not to ask you to send that by mail, and then we send you a notification by mail, and then you enter a code. We just ask you to picture them and send them over to us, upload them, and we'll verify online and confirm that in an hour.
Cyril, thank you very much.
Thank you.